Let's dive right into this explainer and journey way beyond the standard tourist traps. Today, we're uncovering the astonishing, hidden dimensions of the United States. We're talking about the raw numbers and bizarre realities that define the absolute physical and intellectual extremes of this massive country. So here's the thing. While we all know the iconic landmarks, right? We've seen Hollywood in a million movies. We know the bustling streets of New York, and we've all marveled at the sheer scale of the Grand Canyon. But we are going to explore a hidden America that almost nobody knows about. We're looking at geographical and engineered facts that sound almost too strange to be real. Everything from giant subterranean labyrinths to literally highways in the sky. To wrap our heads around this staggering scale, we've broken things down into 4 specific dimensions for today: nature's hidden extremes, vast waters and coastlines, marvels of human engineering, and finally, a legacy of knowledge. All right, Dimension 1, nature's hidden extremes. 430 miles, or, roughly 690 kilometers. Let the sheer weight of that number sink in for a second. That is the currently explored length of Kentucky's Mammoth Cave, which actually holds the official record as the world's longest cave system. Just try to picture that distance. It's an absolute labyrinth winding completely unseen beneath the earth. And honestly, the craziest part? That massive number isn't even final. Scientists are actively down there literally mapping out brand new tunnels every single year. Now, while those caves are pretty quiet, there's a volatile power lurking elsewhere beneath our feet. Millions of people walk through Yellowstone National Park every year totally unaware that they are standing directly on top of a supervolcano. It's a massive volcanic system capable of immense, powerful forces. Now, scientists keep it heavily monitored at all times, but those beautiful bubbling hot springs and erupting geysers? Yeah, they're basically the Earth's way of reminding us of the extreme energy trapped just out of sight. Moving above ground over to Arizona, we find this fascinating micro-narrative of destruction. Around 50,000 years ago, a giant meteor violently struck this arid landscape. And against all odds, this exact site has survived the elements to remain one of the best preserved meteor impact craters on Earth today. It is truly a spectacular scar on the desert. Moving on to Dimension 2, vast waters and coastlines. So there is this striking paradox in Nevada. You have an incredibly arid landscape that somehow manages to host the remarkably pure, deep waters of Lake Tahoe. Think about that. You've got a state that registers as one of the absolute driest in America, yet sitting right there is one of the clearest lakes in the entire world. It's just a breathtaking contradiction. The water is so incredibly pure that on a calm day, you can look down and see deep beneath the surface, right in the middle of a desert state. Zooming out to the macro level for a second, the U.S. boasts an astounding 95,000 miles of coastline. That completely outstretches the coastlines of almost every other nation on Earth. Just think about the sheer length of that. 95,000 miles where water meets land. Now, this massive figure isn't just the contiguous states, right? It heavily factors in the massive, jagged shores of Alaska and the island chains of Hawaii. It creates a geographical perimeter that is, frankly, really difficult for the human mind to fully visualize. Okay, let's hit Dimension 3, marvels of human engineering. Right on the heels of that last massive number, America has engineered over 600 towering skyscrapers taller than 150 meters. These make up the breathtaking skylines of cities like New York and Chicago. That is just an enormous concentration of architectural engineering, way more than almost any other country possesses. We're not just talking about buildings here. They are literally vertical cities of steel and glass that have really come to visually define the American metropolis. Going from macro skylines down to micro engineering, you have to check out the bizarre Alaskan town of Whittier. They've essentially fit an entire fully functioning community into just one single 14-story building. Seriously, to survive the extreme weather, they've engineered a way to pack residential homes, a grocery store, a functioning post office, and even a school all under one roof. It is quite literally an entire town living safely together inside one structure. How wild is that? To seamlessly connect all these remote extremes, human engineering takes to the skies. There are thousands of flights connecting people across the nation and the globe every single day. From that isolated single-building town in Alaska to those soaring skyscrapers in New York, the United States utilizes this invisible highway in the clouds. Because they have more airplanes than any other nation, it facilitates thousands of daily takeoffs and landings, effectively shrinking this massive geographical footprint down to just a matter of hours.
And finally, Dimension 4, a legacy of knowledge.
170 million. Go ahead and anchor your mind on that figure for a moment. That is the mind-boggling number of books, maps, and historical documents housed within the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C., which is officially the world's largest library. We are talking about an unprecedented, massive collection of human thought, and it's way beyond just books. It safely preserves intricate maps, rare photographs, original manuscripts, and the vital historical documents that tell the whole story of the nation and the world.
Driven by that deep legacy of knowledge, the United States has actually secured more Nobel Prizes than any other nation. This intellectual dominance spans across brilliant scientists, gifted writers, groundbreaking economists, and tireless peace advocates. In a way, this is the ultimate human extreme, right? Continuously pushing the very boundaries of human understanding and achievement.
As we wrap up this explainer bridging physical extremes and intellectual triumphs, I want to leave you with this question. Which of these hidden dimensions completely changed your perspective on the scale of America? Was it the endless underground caves? The paradox of a pure lake in a dry desert? The town built entirely into a single building? Or maybe the sheer volume of human knowledge carefully preserved? Let that question sit with you as you view the world around you. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore these fascinating hidden extremes.